lot of people are living in bundle of unhappiness. Now, the truth about this whole thing called happiness is that everybody has freedom to be happy. Happiness is free. Unfortunately, not everyone is happy. So we are going to be discussing things to ignore for you to ensure that you live a life of happiness this 2024. Let's go!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, hi Royals, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your queen, the PC Unique. Welcome back! Alright, guys, it's such a pleasure to be here. If you've been here from day one, I really appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing and sharing. And if you're a new person on this channel, Your Majesty, you are very welcome. Kindly hit the subscribe button and share if you end up liking this video. Thank you. We are going to be talking about things that you should ignore for you to be able to live a life of complete happiness. Now, we understand that in today's world, in fact, not just today, for a time immemorial, a lot of persons have been going through tough times, situations, circumstances that tend to sap the energy of happiness in them. But the truth is that God created us and gave us the choice, the ability to be able to choose. I know that so many persons intentionally choose to stay in a space of sadness, in a space of gloominess, in a space of unhappiness. God gave us the opportunity or the ability to be able to choose because He wants us to be free. That's why I say happiness is free. So you can be able to choose whether or not to be happy. The goal is to be happier and productive this year 2024. I've been there and I've realized things that helped me and things I ignored for me to be in a more happy version of my life. So I'm going to be sharing that with you. Here are 4 things I think you should ignore. I mean, ignore completely if you want to live a happy life this year. And subsequently, number 1 I'll say is stop people pleasing. Ignore the urge to always say yes to people. Ignore the urge to always please people, because the truth is that human beings are insatiable. No matter what you do, no matter how you try to treat them, someone once said to me, even if you lie down on the ground for them to walk on top of you, they will still say you didn't lie down well. So people cannot be 100% satisfied. So try your possible best not to be a people pleaser, because that is going to sap your energy, your self-esteem, reduce you to lower than what you actually are. So resist the urge to say yes at all times. It's pressure to always be available. Always say yes. Can I use your car? Yes. Can I do this? Yes. Can I use your house? Yes. Can I do this? Can I do that? Yes, 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 yes. Even when it doesn't tally with your principles, affect your peace, your schedule, your space. I mean, a lot of persons say yes to anyone and everyone without even considering themselves. They don't put themselves first. They just say, okay, I don't want this person to be offended. If I say no now, they'll think I'm a wicked person. Let them think you are wicked. Some of these people sadly won't be there for you. So why not prioritize yourself? Prioritize your happiness. Prioritize everything that you think should be working for you. Saying no is a form of self-care. It can save you from unnecessary stress. I know of someone that told me some time ago in higher institution, he has his own responsibilities to carry. And then there's this fellowship year at church, and this person said he had a car he was using, and he had something to do very urgent, but because the fellowship needed his help, he said, okay, and these people, they're my friends, gave the person to use in the fellowship. From there, the person gave another person to use in packing things and goods and all of that. I think something like that. And in the end, he was stranded. Now, when they came back, they didn't even say, thank you for the car, thank you for anything. They're like, fuel even finished though. Not even I appreciate you, sorry for inconvenience and all of that. Like, why didn't you buy fuel in the car now? That kind of entitlement mentality, that's what is going on in today's world. So for you to maintain your sanity and your happiness, I would say resist the urge to always say yes to people, especially when it's going to affect your peace, affect your schedule, affect your time. Before you say yes to anybody, ask yourself, is this worth it? Is this worth it? If it's not, You know, there are some people that just come around you just for what they will benefit from you. They are not helpful to you in any way. If you feel, yes, you don't mind being helpful to people, even if they don't have anything to offer, fine. But there are some persons that take all these good gestures for granted. You should try to calculate yourself. Is this thing actually worth it? If you feel like, oh, it doesn't affect me in any way, I could give it a try, fine. But if you know deep within you that this is going to affect you, I mean, you will lose your mind whenever you will not be comfortable. You just be frowning all the way just because you want to make this person happy. My dear, do not say yes. Do not, I repeat, do not say yes where you need to say no. Ignore that urge. If you've been doing it in the past years, stop it. Stop it. Let's move on. The next thing I'm going to say for us to ignore, for us to live a happy life this year, 2024, is ignore minor annoyances. I mean, all these little foxes that spoil the vine, all these little things that tend to irritate you. When I say minor annoyances, little things that, upset you, just get angry. For instance, now you are eating and your tea spilled, oil stained on your clothes, you just get angry. Oh, my new shirt. All these little things, ignore it. It's something that can be washed off, even if it's what will not be able to clean up. Ignore it. It's just a shirt. You are bigger than that. Some of these things are beyond your control. For instance, I used to get angry a lot when my internet just shuts out because I'm someone that totally relies on internet. I read online, I do a lot of research, I do a lot of video editing, I do a lot of content creation, I do a lot of all this stuff. I do marketing, and most of my marketing is online because the customer, the target audience, they are people that are social media based mostly. So I do a lot of marketing online, and sometimes when you need to do something like very important, you need to send an email, you need to send a content, you need to upload something, that is when network decides to shut down, like for just no reason. Before there are times I just want to smash my phone, or for instance, people that use this phone that hangs on your system, you are rendering a video and it hangs. Guys, those things can be so frustrating. I used to let all those little things get to me, and most times I would be so unhappy all through the day or all through that period that these things happen. Minor annoyances. You're walking on the road and you mistakenly hit your leg against a stone. Move on. Don't start thinking about it. Or some people even start thinking and overthinking and interpreting unnecessary things in their head because they refuse to ignore it from the beginning. So for you to live a life of happiness, please ignore all those little things. Ignore minor annoyances. Somebody, you were driving, you're in Lagos traffic, you're driving and someone just say, waka. Please, you don't know him, he does not know you, he doesn't have any impact in your life whatsoever. So don't take it to heart. You have more important dreams to chase. You have more goals to actualize. In fact, put the bigger goals in view. So whenever all these little things try to distract you, you remind yourself that you have little or no time to actualize it. So you shouldn't give unnecessary time to unnecessary things, like all these little things. You know what could be little things in your own perspective. For me, it could be my internet leaving. It could be I didn't see transportation on time. It could be the moment that I have called a delivery guy, he will start delaying me, or all those little things. Ignore it. Flash it. Okay, minor annoyances. The next thing I'm going to say for you to ignore, for you to live a happy life 2024, is rumors and gossips. Oh my god. I don't know why on earth I didn't realize this on time. Because for most of a particular year in my life, I was so unhappy. I used to be a happy kid. Like I could be so happy. Everybody around me will be happy. If I'm laughing, it just transfers to everybody. I'm always the last to stop laughing. I'm always free, happy, and everything. And things were always going well. But it got to a time in my life that I was surrounded by several circumstances that shook me. And instead of people around me, then not close people, but they were not close people. Can you imagine? They were not close, but they were people I see every time. And instead of them to be of support, be more human than aliens, they chose to spread rumors and gossip. Oh, that's how she used to do. Oh, this is what she did. This is where she used to stay. Oh, this, that. Things you do not want to hear. Things that you don't even do. Things that you can't even relate. Like, what are they trying to say? You can't relate because you don't even know what they are talking about. But because they are saying it, spreading it, and it's spoiling your name, tarnishing your image, and they are even saying to people that you respect and people that you know. And these people, some of them, I don't blame them anyways. but I blame them. Like, why will you take in rumors and gossips without confirming with who they are talking about? Just accept it and start giving this person attitude. Now, do not take all these things to heart. Ignore. Ignore. Okay? Ignore it. Because in the long run, it's going to affect you, my guy, my babe. It will. Your Majesty. Anyone that spreads rumors, anyone that you know that gossips, or even if you hear rumors and gossips about you, please ignore it. Check within yourself. Did I do this? No. Was I there? No. Was my intention clear? Yes. Fine. They can go on talking behind you, and make sure that whenever someone confronts you with that, attack it and move on. If you don't want to waste your energy on attacking it, then just ignore. Please, because your happiness is worth more than all these things. In the long run, people will adjust. That's the fun thing about life. People will adjust, because when they are expecting to see certain things because of the rumors they've heard and they are not getting that feedback, they would adjust. Trust me. So why waste your time on gloominess? For the longest of time, I was so unhappy because I would always think, why are they saying this? Who did I offend? All of those crap. And it never took me anywhere. I mean, I was even looking older, or looking stressed. Unhappiness is not a good space to be in. Trust me, it's never a good space to be in. So you shouldn't give yourself to that torment, if you know what I mean. So choose to be happy. Ignore rumors, ignore gossips. Run! Shift, avoid, shush, avoid it like a plague, okay? You'll be happy, my darling. And the last but not the least is endless news cycle. In today's world, I believe it's very obvious that everywhere on the news, blogs, everything you see on the news is bad news. Kidnapping here, accident there, economic nosedive here, collapses here, and all of that. Bad news everywhere. Endless news cycles. Like today, bad news, tomorrow, bad news. Is it that nothing good is happening in the world? Why does the media choose to push bad news more than good news? I mean, there are good things happening. It's not going viral and pushed as much as bad things are happening. I understand the need to create awareness to let people know that, okay, avoid this, avoid that, and avoid that. But some of these people don't deliver these messages in a way that they're telling you to avoid. Sometimes it comes out as the means of fear. Oh, something is happening to the world right now. Something is going to happen to the world in 2 years' time. Something is going to come in 3 days' time. They feel they are creating awareness, but it's coming like fear. Avoid it. If you know you're the kind of person that cannot handle bad news, you cannot handle negative news, just shut out. As a matter of fact, like I know someone that says, my person says, he prefers to watch cartoon with his children because in cartoon you laugh, you have fun. Create your own space of happiness. Create it, please, and stop sitting down waiting for happiness to just fall on you and jump on you like manna from heaven. Create your own space of happiness. Now you realize that any channel you turn to, bad news, newspaper is bad news, internet, blogs, bad news. As a matter of fact, when I realize that you're always posting bad news, I block you, I unfollow you, especially on social media. I unfollow you. I literally blocked news from popping up on my phone because every day bad news. Why don't you share documentaries? Why don't you share research materials? Why don't you write articles or share articles on relevant information, health wise, fun, entertainment, all of this good stuff? My brain cannot accommodate such. My life is too precious to surround myself with negativity when I have so many things I want to achieve in this life. Ignore it. Ignore bad news like a plague. So these 4 things, I believe, if you ignore them judiciously, consciously, you would realize that you will start to become more happy. When you hear a rumor about you, you will just be like, they're cracking joke. It'll be like, what are these people saying? And they're so hilarious. You will laugh over it. Laugh over rumors and gossip. Ignore it. Laugh over like bad news. Shift it far away. And minor annoyances. If your tea spills, make another tea. Drink water. Clean up and move on. Your internet starts to hang. Find something else to do or start laughing. These people, they are started thinking they are not serious. They want to stop it. Just do something to cheer yourself up. Generate your own happiness. and 2024 will be more productive to build happiness from within. Thank you so much for watching my video till the very end. If you're still here, I so much appreciate you and I love you. Please do not hesitate to like this video and share. And if you are yet to subscribe, please subscribe. It's just a thumb, okay?
Please, I'm begging you. Please.
Kidding. All right, have a lovely day. I love you. Till my next video. Stay as a royalty that you are.